Hello everyone, hello in this third tutorial of HTML learning playlist. In this tutorial, we will learn more and dive more into more tags, more HTML elements, more details in the HTML elements. As you saw in the last tutorial, the second one, we learned about paragraphs, links, images, and the attributes, like attributes of the link. What is the link? The attribute of image. We have source attribute and the size of this image. So we learn about attributes. In this tutorial, we will learn more about the paragraphs. We will dive more in detail. So in the paragraphs, as we saw the last time, if you click on enter and you start a new line, you will see here that it will be next to what you wrote in the first line. So when we write this is the best tutorial, enter this is the best, it will be next to it directly. So how we can solve this problem? Are we gonna put every line on a P element? HTML element? We have other solutions in HTML. So for example, if you use something called the break, we have tags that called break. I'll show you an example. We will delete this paragraph and we will delete this also paragraph. We will start a new element, P element, start that P tag and finish with the P tag. Inside of it we will write this is the best, I like it. If we save, refresh the page, you will see it right next to each other. So if you want to write this is the best on a line and I like on a line without making two paragraph elements, we can use something called a break tag. So I will show you how we write it. BR and we close the tag just like this. Inside the phrase we save, we refresh, it will put what is next of BR in the next line, like we saw here. It will break the phrase, that's why it's BR, break. It will break the phrase into two line. If we want to add something else, we can put another break and right here this is a new line. Ctrl S for save, refresh, you see the BR divide another time the next line. This is one of the solutions that we can use. There's a lot of other solutions. For example, we can use something called PRE element. If we delete all this line and start with PRE, we close and we close another tag of PRE and we enter. Look here, like this. Every line we will write right now will be on a separate line. Okay, we'll save, refresh, this is empty. We'll line, this is line number 1, this is line number 2, this is line number 3. This pre element, it take every line alone, separate from the other. It calculate the space between the lines. So if we save Ctrl S, we refresh here, we will see, look, it calculate the space between the lines. For example, when put another line, empty line here, and Ctrl S save, refresh, we will see it will add another empty line. So here, this pre element detects the lines. So now you have two solutions. You have the break BR tags and the pre tags. Of course, the pre is more easy to use because with the breaks you will insert a BR tags every time you want to add another line. So it's not logic. It's not easy to use. For example, I will show you something why we have here space, because it detects a space right here. If I delete the space right here like this, Ctrl S, save, refresh, it will go back a little bit. You see this space from here to here, from here to here. He detected and he added this part of the page. So the best way is to delete it. Now if you Ctrl S, refresh, you see it's in the beginning. You can do the same thing. The same thing right here. Look now what we will have. But it's not really clean because it's on the first line, on the first column, not here. It's not really compatible with the best practice of coding. So I think using the breaks, it's also logic, but you need to insert on every new line a new break. Another thing we can use is the HR, a HR tag. What is the HR? I'm gonna show you something important. So anyway, in this playlist, I will show you every possible element and every possible tag that you can use in HTML. But in the next playlist, I'll show you the styling, the CSS styling. For example, I'm gonna just show you something really quick. When you have H1 here, it have a specific size. With the styling CSS that we will see in the next playlist, we will add right here a styling attribute, and we will learn how to style things. But for now, we will take the basics of HTML. Okay, now if we take this pre-paragraph with a Ctrl C, we double it, Ctrl V, Ctrl S for save, refresh, we will have two paragraphs. If we want to divide it with a line, a HR element, it's exactly this, it's a line. If we save, look how we put an HR between the two paragraphs, it will be a line right here. See, this is something we can use sometimes when you are writing paragraphs or the divided sections. Okay, so one of the most important attributes that you can add at any element is the style. I'm gonna just show you an example of how we can style, and in the next playlist we will see in details all styling properties. For example, in the H1, to add an attribute, we click after the first tag, after the name of the first tag, space, and we write the name of the attribute. In our case, it's style equal double quote. Inside of it, we write what the style. Styling, what's styling? It's how we will present this element. So it's right now it's start, it's H1 right here. Now if we Ctrl S, we refresh, the start stay as he was. If you want to change his style, change the size, change the color, change the background of it, we can change everything about this element. For example, I am gonna show you one type of style, and in this next playlist we will see all details. For example, if we wanna define the color, we say color, double point, and now we write the color. Look how he gave me a list of possibilities. We can choose, for example, blue. Ctrl S for save, refresh. You see how it changed to blue. This is like magic. Styling is one of the most important thing that we will learn. The next playlist CSS styling. Okay, so we will dive a lot more in details with a full detailed tutorial, playlist tutorial, but not in this tutorial. So now we will stick to HTML. Okay guys, so that's it for this tutorial. In this tutorial, we learned about paragraphs. We dived more in details in styling of paragraphs. So the next tutorial we will learn about tables, how we write tables in HTML. And thank you for watching.